Call me Chucky.
I'm one of the most notorious slashers in history.
Hi, I'm Chucky. I'm Chucky. Hey, wanna play? Wanna play? I like to be hugged. I like to be hugged. Hi, I'm Tommy, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho. Heidi-ho. Ha ha.
Chucky, the doll possessed by the soul of a serial killer from Child's Play, known for that sinister personality, foul language, comedy, and penchant for violence. What if I said that maybe he might be joining the Mortal Kombat 1 roster? Well, it seems like both the creator of Chucky, Don Mancini, and even Ed Boon are open to the idea. What's up? It's your boy Dynasty, back with some more Mortal Kombat 1 MK Uno for you all today, because about a month ago, Covered Geekly actually sat down with creator of Chucky, Don Mancini, and straight up asked, hey, Chucky in Mortal Kombat, what do you think about that? And the response we got's pretty awesome. He said he'd love to see Chucky battling his other fellow icons. So give that the nice stamp of approval. Ed Boon, months ago, I want to say it was like the end of September, once MK1 dropped, teased right here a few other horror icons: Michael, Pinhead, Chucky, Ghostface, Billy the Puppet, aka Jigsaw, Pennywise. Crazier things have happened. So in today's video, going over that. If you're excited or you want to see Chucky make his appearance in Mortal Kombat 1, do me a solid, please. It takes you a second. Drop a like on the video. I'd love to see some of these horror icons actually featured in Mortal Kombat, because personally, kind of over the whole superhero theme they're going with for this game. I kind of miss the MKX horror packs. I'm just saying. Without further ado, though, let's break all this stuff down. Let's have some fun, and well, let's get into it. First things first, again, a big shout out to Covered Geekly for actually getting this interview with Don Mancini. The full interview is like 7 or 8 minutes. I'll have it linked down below. I highly suggest checking it out because in general, it's a great interview. But we're just going to be focusing on the Mortal Kombat portion of this interview. Here it is right here.
Yeah, I don't know that much about it. I'm a little old to be a gamer. I missed a little of that, but yes, I would love to see Chucky battling his fellow icons.
Now, before that response that we got from Don Mancini about, Chucky in Mortal Kombat 1 as a guest character, he goes off to mention, in a tangent, that he wants to see him interact with the likes of a Freddy or other horror icons. And I'm just saying, Chucky gets added as a character in Mortal Kombat 1. That's essentially bound to happen because Ghostface is going to be a DLC character in either the story expansion DLC pack or the Combat Pack 2. Again, that's been data mined since pretty much the day Mortal Kombat 1 dropped. It was found in the game's actual source code. There's intros that allude to somebody with a cape, a mask, playing games. You know what I mean? The intros all but confirm Ghostface is dropping in the future for Mortal Kombat 1. Throw in the fact that, again, that Ed Boon tweets, there's only so many horror icons that are still missing from that image. There's, what, 5, 6? At the very least, if we do get Ghostface, Don Mancini gets what he asked for in this interview, the ability to see his creation, Chucky, interact with another fellow horror icon. I know it's not Freddy like he really wants to see. He goes off to say Freddy and Chucky are perfect, a match made in heaven, essentially. I get that, but Ghostface and Chucky, that could be pretty sick too, wouldn't it? Again, Boon's pretty much teased that the creator of Chucky is essentially open to the idea. Why not let it happen? Even going back to 2022 when Ed Boon was doing his Mortal Kombat 1 Q&As once or twice a month before the game was officially announced, he was asked straight up, will we get more horror icons, guest characters in future Mortal Kombat games? And he said hell to the yes. Just one? Maybe 2. Not sure if they're going to continue the comic book superhero theme for these guest characters. If they don't, why not do another horror pack? Give us both. I think that would be pretty sick. At the very least, maybe make Chucky a cameo fighter, because from a gameplay standpoint, would be kind of odd. It reminds me a lot of the whole like Yoda and Soul Calibur situation years ago. Yoda was so small, but his gameplay was, adjusted to make sense with the rest of the roster. Funny enough, Gamerant actually broke down a nice way to essentially make it work if he was a full-blown character and not a cameo fighter. They make some pretty good points here, so it goes off to say there's one big issue with having Chucky as a playable fighter in Mortal Kombat 1, and that's the character's height. No-brainer, right? And how it would affect the gameplay. From its very beginnings, Mortal Kombat is operated on a 3-limb system where characters can attack at opponent's head, midsection, or legs. Due to Chucky being the size of a child's toy, he'd probably only be susceptible to low attacks. That would dramatically lower the number of moves and combos that players could utilize against the character. While that could be a fun obstacle for a seasoned Mortal Kombat player to work around, it wouldn't be too fun for the average player. But that doesn't mean that Chucky should be rolled out altogether. Just a few months ago, Chucky appeared as a crossover DLC killer in Dead by Daylight. Usually, DBD's killers play from a first-person perspective, but due to Chucky's short stature and the presumed inability to see most of the environment along with his perspective presenting issues when hooking survivors, Chucky was given a third-person perspective. Going above and beyond, Behavior Interactive went out of its way to explain that the in-universe reason behind this camera angle shift, showing that players aren't actually controlling Chucky himself, but the ghost of Chucky, aka Charles Lee Ray, the spirit that inhabits the doll. When players go to pick up a downed survivor, the ghost appears and the camera seamlessly shifts to a first-person perspective, and once the survivor's been hooked, it fades away again, and the third-person angle returns. In closing, they say, while it obviously wouldn't work as a one-to-one recreation, there's a blueprint there for Mortal Kombat 1 to follow. NetherRealm, are you listening? If MK1 wants to bring Chucky in as a guest fighter, it just needs to get a bit creative. For instance, players could technically be controlling the ghost of Chucky in a similar vein to Kenshi's sword Spirit, which stands just as tall as any other fighter in the game and can take damage from all usual combos, but the doll is the one carrying out the attacks. Hey, I gotta give it to them. That would be pretty cool, and again, it makes some sense. You gotta be creative here to make this short guy work into the Mortal Kombat 1 roster. That or you just make him a cameo fighter. Why not? Have him kind of like Ferra, just hanging in the back of your opponent. You can launch him, you can throw him like Ferra. It could be great. Give him the Bride of Chucky as a skin as well. Have both in there. NetherRealm always says they love a challenge. They love making the games different when it comes to the playstyle every new installment. How about giving us a very short character for the first time ever? Can't think of that ever being done before in NetherRealm Studios' track record, even midways. SoCaliber pulls it off. Hey, Ed Boon, you're open to the idea. Don Mancini signed off on it. Let's make it happen. So guys, that is all I got for y'all today. It's been a long time since Chucky's been in a fighting game. I believe it was Terradrome a long time ago, which you can actually still download for free and play. Shout out to those guys. Despite the size difference that Chucky had with the rest of the roster, he's a fully playable, competent player in that game. The blueprint's there for that, at least. Toss in the fact what we saw 5-6 months ago when Dead by Daylight got the licensing rights to add him as a DLC character for that. The ideas are out there. I'm sure NetherRealm is a lot more creative than I am, so I'm sure they could piece this together. Maybe in the comment section, some of you guys have probably been thinking about this for a long time. What are your ideas? How do you make this work? How do you get Chucky in a Mortal Kombat game? Does it make sense just for him to be maybe our first guest character cameo fighter? Or can they pull it off and make him a fully fledged main roster fighter? Combine both Ghostface and Chucky? That idea's been tossed around for a long time. 2-in-1? Hey, that'd be pretty creative. Ed Boon's confirmed new content is dropping, and again, obviously, the story mode expansion's been data mined along with the Combat Pack 2 DLC. Things are not set in stone when it comes to the characters that have been data mined. We saw just recently with Mortal Kombat 11, Ash Williams was scrapped. They can move some of these ideas around. Maybe someone else gets scrapped. Maybe the whole Ghostface rumors of, you know, him being canceled. We replace him with Chucky. We get both. Anything can really happen until it happens. So we'll see what happens. But I do think it's interesting because it's an interesting character. And both Boon and Mancini are open to the idea. Let's make it happen. We got some time. We got some time. But guys, what do y'all think of this? Do you want to see Chucky in Mortal Kombat 1? Do you want to see him as a playable character of the main roster or a cameo fighter? course, let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, though, please do me a solid, take a second, drop a like on it. Of course, subscribe for some more MK content like this on the channel. Again, massive shout out to Covered Geekly for that interview with Don Mancini. The full thing will be linked down below. Till next time, your husband Dynasty, guys, please take care, stay safe, enjoy your Friday night, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, guys, pockets full.